Evening, family. Beautiful day, isn't it? Yeah. Very interesting gospel. It's a very interesting gospel because we have to play by the rules. And rules and laws are for a purpose. I can't imagine going to a baseball game and not having any foul lines, or going to a football game and not having any rules. It would be utter chaos. We have to have rules to help us through this life. And that's really what Jesus was kind of getting at in the gospel. You know, he was talking about the commandments and how we kind of are stepping away from them. And even in 2024, it's true. Commandments are no longer in our courtrooms. They're no longer in our schools. They're no longer in our Senate and Congress. Little by little, those commandments have gone away. And I always want to ask the question is, well, since they're away, how are we doing? Not very well. Not very well. I love living in 2024. There's all kinds of gadgets. One of my favorite is the GPS, because I'll tell you, before I had a GPS unit, I would always get lost. Always. And I don't know if, probably not too many of you are old enough to remember road maps, you know, but you'd unfold those things and they'd be this big, that high. It took up half the windshield in your car, so, you know, while the passenger had that out, you couldn't see where you were going. And then I would give anybody $10 if they could fold that thing back up again within a minute. But the GPS unit is so nice now, because you just plug it in, put your address in, and now you got where you can just talk your address in, and it shows you the way. By satellite, GPS, it shows you the way. And that's important. But so do the Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments is our foundation as Christians and as Catholics to show us the way through this journey here on earth and to lead us to heaven, our ultimate goal. Our ultimate goal. And it's very interesting how God gave the Ten Commandments, and all of a sudden, when the rabbis got a hold of it and everything, there's 337 rules for this and 227 rules for that, and everything, you know. Sometimes more is not good. Sometimes less is good. So the Ten Commandments is really our foundation. But you know what I found with the Ten Commandments, and I found it with my GPS unit? Every so often, I still get lost. Or, being the human being that I am, I take a wrong turn and you hear, recalculating. I hate that voice. I really do. Recalculating. So even though we do our best as human beings, as Catholic people, to follow the commandments, every so often we can take a wrong turn. It's part of our human nature. It's part of being a human being. But the nice thing about that is the church has given us places where we can redirect and get back on the proper path. It's called the confessional, folks. That helps us redirect when we take those wrong turns. On a daily basis, it's called the Bible. To read a portion of Scripture every single day. It's in the Mass when we receive the body, blood, soul, and divinity of Christ. All those things help us to stay on the right path. I'm going to go one further. All of you here together are helping me to stay on the right path. And I pray to God that I'm helping you to stay on the right path. I always preach this when I do my baptism homilies. The greatest thing the most important thing I have to do in this life as a father is to get my kids to heaven. The most important thing I have to do as a husband is to get my wife to heaven. The most important thing my wife has to do is to get her husband to heaven. There's a sainthood in there for that, for her. But my point is all of us can help each other on this journey and on this road. And we can help each other when maybe we took a wrong turn, to help redirect and recalculate so that we can journey this life together, obeying the commandments, obeying the teachings of the church, and all of us getting each other to that final destination where I pray to God we all hear, "Well done, good and faithful servant. Come and share your master's joy." God bless you.